Now, Steph, should I claim the host? Do you think I should do that? Just on the, I think I should claim the host, right? I've got the host key to claim. Okay, so
myself ready.
Okay, should I? Yeah, I noticed. Should I claim the host? Should I be the host?
All right. Volume is a bit low. Just a second.
Okay.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah. Should I claim the host?
Yes.
Host. Okay. Right. Okay. I think we're all set. Ready? Okay. Let's check.
Amy has joined us.
Great, great. Okay, just checking everything is correct. Good. Hello, Amy.
Hi,
welcome.
Mr. Gurley. Just give me a minute.
Okay.
My boss Joyce
Right.
doesn't call me.
It's Friday the 13th today, so I wonder, Amy, are you superstitious? Friday the 13th.
Just give me a minute. Sorry, I
Sure,
call
no
my
problem.
boss and.
No problem, Amy. Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Just now, I'll just do I'll introduce you, and then I just do a little self-introduction of myself. You know.
Yeah.
Probably this general thing, isn't it? Just to get things rolling. Right. So, and then I think we go into a mix of Chinese and English to help.
Yeah.
Amy.
If it's necessary, I can surely use Chinese Mandarin to discuss with them. Yeah. No worry.
Yeah. I think it's just a speculative. It's good to get some practice meetings, isn't it? So, yeah, very well. I took the logo off. I thought maybe I'll just do a simple background, given the circumstances.
Yeah. Messages would be sent to you privately in the chat room.
Okay. I'll open up the chat. Put it over. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If let me know if I'm going too long. I know sometimes I do that. All right. I know I've got a class coming up at 1 o'clock. It's got the calendar on this side open. So. Okay. Good.
I'm sorry. She will come in this meeting room soon.
Okay. Well, Amy, I just want to say Stephanie will also join.
Okay.
She speaks Chinese as well, Taiwan Mandarin. So I know I speak a little myself, but it's a very rusty, I'm afraid, Amy. But does it Stephanie? Okay, just getting ready in the background. I just I don't know. Would it help, Amy, if I give you a little introduction of myself, or should I wait for your boss to turn up first?
I think it's better wait my boss.
Okay.
Thanks.
That's fine.
I'm a little nervous because I have not spoken English for a long time.
Always feels a bit like that, doesn't it, when it comes to meetings? I remember when I worked in the science park in Shinzu, and yeah, it was quite awkward. Sometimes everybody had to speak English for me, and it's quite yeah, so it's a bit awkward sometimes for everyone. So but yes, it's yeah, I know it. I appreciate Amy. It's never that easy, especially online as well. So yeah, we can wait. So yeah, we've been having and we just to say we noticed your website. It looks like it's a job. Is it like a job hunting, isn't it, Amy? Job hunting site. Yeah, job hunting site.
Yeah.
It's a lovely website there. So
our service has job hunting and also has learning.
Right, and training as well. So that's great. Yes, hopefully, yeah, we're very interested to curious about that. So, okay, I'll just have a little check on my information here. I'll give a brief introduction once your boss is ready, Amy, and then probably 10 minutes. So I hope that will help. I've sent. Oh, by the way, I've sent you a PowerPoint of this for you, Amy, as well. So for your reference on LinkedIn, you'll find I've sent you a PowerPoint of it. So I think I'll just show you that there on LinkedIn for you there, Amy. So this is my introduction for your boss to have a look at for your reference. I can send my resume if that also helps. Oh, you've got that. Yes. Okay. Great. That's great. Okay, great, Amy. That's good. Nice.
Sorry.
Nice. Okay.
Sorry, Dr. Godley.
Right.
Let me
Okay, just connecting. Okay.
she's connecting.
Right. Okay. Yes. Yes. Is it through her? Okay, great.
Let me introduce my boss first.
Hi, it's great.
Hi, sorry.
Hello. Hi.
Sorry, I was at home using this app, but it's not functioning now because my iPhone, I didn't have the Rune app.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Sorry.
It's a mobile
Hi.
world. Mobile world.
Yeah, it's mobile world. Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Is it
Totally.
Ling Ling?
Joyce.
Joyce.
Oh,
Joyce. My
Joyce.
English name is Joyce.
That's right, Joyce. I think I saw you on the website, Joyce. That's great. Great. And Stephanie, my partner, we also run a conversation online, English conversation online center here as well in the UK as well. So we're just interested to see what maybe I might be able to provide with you as well. So we'll see maybe today. Should I do Joyce? Should I do a self-introduction first? Would that be a good help?
Sure, because I learned from Amy that you try to invite her students.
Yes.
And I thinking maybe you will be glad to be our trainer because we had our website. I'm not sure Amy referred to you about our .com.
Yes, that's right. Yes, Joyce, I did see.
So maybe you used to serve TSMC in Taiwan, right?
That's right, for a good 10 years. I know, I still have my hair.
Okay.
It's still there. It's not a wig, I promise. Anyway, but
yeah,
yes.
it's a hardworking. It's a hardworking place.
Fab 12, Fab 3, Fab 5, Fab 12. I was there during the SARS as well, and we all had to separate in the different fabs. But yeah, I used to work in the e-commerce center on TSMC Online, and I was the IT project webmaster, web manager as well there. So
you work in Hsinchu, and your major role is to serve Taiwan's other clients or other countries' clients.
Yeah, mostly other countries. It was international branch really for America, Europe, across the world, Joyce, really. But yes, and used very poor Chinese in my communication, but that helped me develop my skill in writing emails, and the importance of being able to write clear English, I think, will be a very useful thing.
Okay, so currently, can you speak a bit about Mandarin?
Yeah, the old Indian, isn't it? I know it's 我是高和特我是英国人yeah 我在公司在台积电科学系20年 I'm sorry, I'm trying to remember.
That's 20 years.
It's rusty, very rusty, guys. But maybe some learning might be needed. If it's something I have to try to work on, I could do it basic bad introductions, but no one.
It's that you can listen well, right, in Mandarin, but speak difficulty, right?
It usually works like that, but yeah, listening can be quite a challenge, but the tools today are amazing. So if you wrote something in Chinese, I could use Google Translate as well. But I do wish I had learned more Chinese. I think when I was working, everybody wanted to practice English with me. So
sure, for free. You are a free counselor.
That's true. I never get the chance. Anyway, it was, mind you, once I could speak. I thought, oh no, what's he saying?
I had a related background as well, because I used to serve for Kimberly-Clark, you know, the renowned global tissue company.
Right, yes.
As a HR manager, and we usually took time to take advantage by speaking with foreign visitors to practice our English.
It was nice. Yeah, it was very nice though, isn't it? It was fun as well. I think we're all trying to work, and of course that was the main priority, but yes, I should have.
Yeah, sure.
Harder. But anyway, I'll do just a little brief introduction. I mean, if this helps, Joyce, that way,
Joyce, yeah.
Amy, Joyce, you can also have an idea how I approach things, but of course, it could be adaptable if you're considering maybe an English coach for your company.
Okay, sure.
Maybe my style or maybe my adaptability could be useful for you. But I'll just maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, 5 minutes. So some of my classes, usually sometimes when it comes to an introduction, I would often use a brief PowerPoint visual introduction. I usually have a needs analysis, as you all probably aware of when you do your screening. And of course, then the courses, I'll give you an idea of some of the courses I've done, and also use the Google Translate and Google Classroom as a reporting tool, where after the class, I could write down my notes of what's, and of course, share it with the students, of course, it automatically sends an email to them, of course. So yeah, very briefly, I am from Yorkshire. So this is kind of a place called Harrogate. And this is living, like I say, in North Yorkshire, quite close to York, Leeds. Have you ever been to the UK, Joyce? Have you ever traveled over here before?
No, I only head to Italy, France, Dutch, but never been to UK. I will try someday.
One day, yeah, or London.
One day.
That's why I've got the London, the Big Ben, and the eye.
Yeah.
So you can probably recognize. I used London as the example.
Yeah, it's a very good scenery. Yeah.
So people understand. So yeah, just very briefly, yeah, Harrogate used to be called the English Spa. It's famous for its water. And we make Yorkshire tea here as well. So essentially, what it's famous for is the Valley Gardens, 36 different water wells. They collect the water and distribute it to the hotels around the world. So Harrogate's very famous for its water. Of course, Yorkshire, if you ever travel, lots of historic, we're famous for the Hogwarts Express, Harry Potter in the north there, and other places around Yorkshire like Bram Stoker, Dracula, and also the Vikings as well, and lots of historic and characters you might see on Hollywood or different movies as well. So anyway, basically, TEFL certified, got a master's, and DigiTEFL. Also, when I was at TSMC, I created about 5 patents that you're able to see through the PowerPoint if you wish to have a look at, just for your reference. Nothing particularly groundbreaking, but anyway, that's some of the things there. So yeah, just a brief background. As you know, I worked at TSMC, TCOM, Acton, British Aerospace. So these are some of the companies that I've worked at. I'm currently based here in the UK now. So yeah, Master's TEFL. I worked in the telecommunications industry, particularly in Taiwan, Science Park, e-commerce, semiconductor, of course, and the aerospace industry, customer service, marketing, sales, IT projects, technical writing, as well as graphic editing and other aspects, publication writing for marketing. So I did a lot of the website. So like the TSMC website, I was the content manager. I also, for Morris Chang, I was the chief editor to review the IT annual report. That was fun, having to correct everything for his review. So so what I did also, in addition to that, I also worked at Cambridge Language Institute with Stephanie in the Science Park, and these are some of the companies I was able to go to. This is probably over 10 years ago, but this is when between 2000 2008, going to these companies to do various teachings, mostly business, some conversation, but mostly application English. Just for your reference, I also have been a coach on Learnship, which is a business qualified center, and these are some of the companies that I've consulted for as well. So most people have challenges with meetings and presentations, small talk.
Yes.
I'm sure you know these are some of the challenges in the workplace, particularly meetings. As you know, Joyce, we're living in a world that's all using the internet now, and the challenge of, as you know, communication over.
Okay. Yes.
Again, I've sent this on. I've sent the PowerPoint for your reference, Joyce. Well, for
Okay.
you can download this PowerPoint afterwards if you like. So these are just the services. I've got loads of topic references I'll demonstrate in a moment. Lots of conversation materials I'll pull in. Of course, today is Friday the 13th, so lots of superstition. So if you're having conversation, that's one example you could easily pull in. But there's lots of other aspects, but business is the core. That's the focus that I particularly like. They're also taught on different platforms. This one, I think, is on Preply and Verbally. Yeah, of course, conversation is always useful, particularly if it's relevant in the workplace. I think it's very helpful. They'll remember it if it's relevant. But when it comes to business, there's a range of different course plans I've pulled together, along with Learnship as well, that I've learned from, but from my own experiences as well. I'll just give you a little idea of some of the course material I have, but like, for example, meetings is the most popular one. I usually do it in several stages. The overview, basically how you open a meeting. I like to use examples as a way of how do if I was having to present, this is how I would suggest, this is way, and we would practice together. So if it was like an agenda, then yes, it's like, if it's an online, it's like, hello, welcome, thank you all for joining. It looks like everyone's here, so let's begin. Well, it looks like most of us are here, so I think it's best we make a start. And then, okay, I'll just share my screen and show you the agenda. And then, of course, can everyone see my screen and hear me clearly? So we'll go through this dialogue as an example of how we go through a beginning of a meeting. And then, of course, go into the different areas of language, like essential verbs, clarification, interruptions, opinions, disagreeing, managing time, and all different aspects of how you manage a meeting. Anyway, the various details there. And of course, we do other aspects of that, which are all part of our own platform, which of course is different to what we're looking at today. So really what the goal is here is really the cycle habits, and making sure that students understand and grow into practicing and enjoying it as well. Yeah, so I mean, these are some of the courses I've got, I've built together. So meetings, socializing, presentations, telephoning, writing. And then, yeah, I've even helped with interviews. That could be quite interesting. Business English case studies. So we look at certain examples if we're necessary to do that. Hospitality is a focus area and pronunciation. So these are sort of examples. Like I say, if I was looking at a meeting, then this is one example here. I know it's a lot to take in all at one go, but I mean, for example, if I give an example for interruptions, we build vocabulary and put them into phrases. We try to look at how we could put that into a real context example in a meeting scenario, and of course sharing experiences whilst we're doing that through as well. I'll just give you a very brief example of one of the course materials that we have. For example, it's looking at, in this case, 4 different dialogues, and then examining what happened here. How do we then break it down? So dialogue 1, 2, 3, 4, and how we could improve on it as well. And we also explore some case examples, lots of videos, but most of all, we then go into an example in a meeting as well. So then we really break down, role play together. I would have the student then say, okay, you're going to be Steve, I'll be Fred, and we're going to role play and reverse it as well. And you'll get to know how you interact and see how they're expressing themselves. But notice the bold is highlighting that too. And so these are ways in which you can learn. And then we take out dialogue examples of how we can use words in a scenario. Hopefully that gives them a good example of how they can grow in a situation like that. I'll finish in a moment. I'll just say that this is just an example of business interviews, and maybe this is more closer to what you might be doing. Of course, interviews are different in Taiwan to what they are over here. We use what we call a STAR interview sort of system. But the common interview questions is often like, tell me about yourself, what's your strengths or weaknesses. So again, it's about how to help the student if they have to face an English interview. How would you then deal with some of the questions? And I would help them, consult them about how to answer awkward questions. And even the language of interviews as well, how we mirror a question and how you mirror your answer to the question. So there's sort of interesting aspects to that, which has been quite helpful to some students who have gone through what it is. We do the basics, we do a specific sort of technique, and then we go into the particular sector that they particularly go into, that they may be looking at. So all of these are maybe certain sectors where we look at questions and answers and how I could answer those, or how I would approach answering a question in English. Okay. It's a lot to take in. I'd just like to reaffirm that I've put this into the LinkedIn here for you, Amy, as well. So you could download that, Amy, when you're ready. So yeah, that's just a little overview. Hopefully it gives you some sort of ways in which like I said, I've been on LinkedIn before. Sorry, I've been on LearnShip as well. So that's a business center, English coach center as well. And like I say, lots of business courses that sometimes I use. Right. Okay. So I'm just going to pull in Stephanie as well, because I think that I'd like to bring Stephanie in as well. She also obviously can speak Chinese as well. So it's really just to understand an idea. I just want to give you an overview of what things I've done, a little bit about my background, and whether it's something that you're looking for. And maybe Stephanie, you can explain more about what we've been doing as well.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your introduction. Right.
I've got a class coming up in 20 minutes. So
yeah, Victor and I, we work alongside together. I'm also in the UK, and I'm in charge of scheduling his business meetings and also like meetings like this and also classes. And I'm originally from Taiwan, so I'm bilingual. I can speak both English and Chinese Mandarin. So if you want to speak in Chinese Mandarin for further discussion, I can help a lot to save you all the hassle.
Yes.
帮你们省时间的话，中文的
You're
部分
both
我
smiling now.
最方便的，这样子 Amy 不用挣扎，然后就是沟通上会比较快一点。当他的听力没有，他的中文听力没有那么好，但是他的英文的部分是很专业的那个部分，就是这个部分他听不懂，我待会会翻给他。Oh, sorry, you're muted, Joy. 你静音了。
你没有开声音 ，Joyce。
Hello, Stephanie. I mean, Amy's major is Japanese.
Oh,
she get the Japanese bachelor degree from Taiwan's renowned Dongwu University.
So good, you have different language expertise there, so you can work with different clients. So are you in charge of Japan, your account? So I mean, 你的账户是你的那个客户对象都是日本吗？
No.
I mean, not yet, not yet.
Will be probably, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, with the slides.
With you, and I also told them it's easier to communicate in Chinese Mandarin where needed. Yeah, so
Okay. Sure.
Yeah,
It's
so
okay. Yeah, I'm the founder. I'm the founder of the job, so I speak English, so no problem.
That's great.
Okay, I considering some clients you mentioned from your slide, right? TSMC and other semiconductor or technology clients. I'm wondering if those Taiwanese people have difficulty of confronting learning UK style English because our background are American based. We are not sure if
yeah.
Well, grammar-wise, there is no British English. Only accent and wording. Yeah, so only accent. As you can see, Hector doesn't have a very strong typical British accent.
Yeah.
His accent is very American.
Yeah, I found that too. I found out
No
that
problem
too.
with that at all.
Yeah,
That's a good
I
question.
noticed that your accent is not very UK style, very close to American style. So I'm wondering if something changed you or you adapt to the environment after your long-term settling down in Taiwan.
Yeah, absolutely, Joyce. You're right. I actually, when I was initially, I went to Taiwan, to Taipei, to teach English at Joy School, Jiang Bushiban, and I had to really work on my American accent. So my colleague was from New York, and so one of my college teachers, and so I had to hang out with him, and soon I was speaking New York accent. So when I called my parents up, I said, "Yo, Mom," and she didn't understand who I was. Okay.
I had noticed that your accent is not a UK style, quite close to American style.
No, yeah, I have to be aware of it though, Joyce. It's a good question. And to be honest with you, sometimes, particularly when I was teaching across Europe and really want to practice American style, therefore they notice, because they notice that I am British, but then they say, no, you've got to be more American. Sometimes I do come across that, to be honest with you. But I have to say, one of the things I would be very aware of, and it's a good question, Joyce, is that if it's particularly American style, I would then focus on trying to get close to understanding the requirements of trying to change more Americanism. And actually, one of the things I often do is, especially with spelling or words that are very similar that we have in America and in Europe, sometimes like schedule and schedule, of course, American, but of course, schedule here in in Europe. So we do both. So I will explain, but that's the great thing about what I often can bring across as well, is the awareness of the difference.
Okay.
Yes,
Let's talk about. 没关系，那我赶快用中文讲一下好了，别人比较
so
快
we will do the rest of it in Chinese Mandarin. Well, if it's okay, I can stay, but he will have to go to another meeting. Yeah, so
Okay.
Another class.
简单讲就是说 our website had different type of channels, including English coach, and the good news, we got very positive feedback from potential clients. As recently, we received 2 to 3 clients requesting one-on-one English coach and the group training. So from your point of view, I guess the video live one-on-one coach is it will be a very welcome in Taiwan's potential market.
Well, actually, I can do some more explanation here. One-on-one is the most general way, the method everybody does. So that doesn't differentiate how different we are. I mean, Hector is, but actually that is something like a base. If they want it, that's fine. But what we have is very special. We have a platform that is to accommodate quite a lot of people in our meeting. We have many different business courses ongoing all year long, Monday to Friday. That's called Business Speaking Club. And so something we can also send to you, or if you guys like me to share my screen, I can do that to maybe help you have more options. Is that good?
Okay.
Right, so I'm going to share my screen now. Right,
All
so
guys,
this is the business we're running at the moment.
I'll let you go, Stephanie. I've got to go to the other class now, but really
Sure. No.
Amy,
Yeah,
thanks
so-
so much.
Yes, have a good meeting, and I'll see you later.
Okay.
Okay.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Yes. 中国新年快乐。
好，你讲中文就好了，没问题。
Yes.
Happy New Year.
你们有自己
I'll
的
take
网站了
over,
啦。
no worries, and I'll give you the briefing after this meeting, all right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.